Hello everyone, I'm Moody Strategy, and today we're going to be doing something a little bit off from our normal Pokemon content. We're discussing how and when to use lower tier Pokemon in higher tiers. In Pokemon Showdown 6v6 battles, Pokemon are divided into tiers based off of how good they are as determined by how much they're used. The main tiers ordered from highest to lowest are overused, underused, rarely used, never used, and PU, which, despite the naming conventions of the other tiers, does not stand for anything. Now, other tiers exist, such as Little Cup, which only uses level 5 Pokemon that can evolve but haven't, or Zero Use, which is any Pokemon below PU. However, these are the main tiers. What you may or may not know about these tiers is that any lower tier Pokemon can be used in higher tiers. You can use Pokemon all the way down in PU on your overused team. Is this a good idea? The short answer is, about half the time no, about half the time yes. However, this video is simply covering the half that is yes, and how you can use that to your advantage. The main reason you'd want to use a lower tier Pokemon in a higher tier is to build a specific strategy that is not supported by the higher tier. Weather teams are a good example of this. At the time of this recording, Torkoal and Ninetales are the best non-Uber Sunsetters, but they're completely untiered, mainly due to the banning of Drought in any tier at or below NU, which is a tragedy, by the way. What's a person to do if they want to Sun Team an RU, NU, OU, UU? They'd welcome these untiered Pokemon into their teams with open arms. Another reason for including a lower tier Pokemon is because it counters a specific higher tier threat. In the case of OU, you might notice that both Dragapult and Landorus, the two top Pokemon in the tier, are weak to Ice. And the only OU Mon with Ice typing is Kyurem, which is also a Dragon type, meaning Dragapult can swing back at it. To remedy this, you might play Glastrier, which, despite its NU tiering, is quite good at countering both of these fast sweepers. Lastly, you might just play a lower tier Mon because it's one of your favorites and you don't like the tier it's in. That's completely understandable after all. I love Vanillux, for example, but to call it any kind of relevant in any format is quite generous. But I still play it because I love it, and it's got its own niche, which segues nicely into our next idea. If a lower tier Pokemon is going to be any good in any higher tier, it needs to have a niche that does better than any Pokemon in the tier. Sunsetters, Glastrier, and Vanillux all do things that no other Mon can do quite the same. Sunsetters set the sun with their ability, which is a lot better than Sunny Day on a higher tier Mon. Glastrier counters the two S-tier threats of Gen 8 OU with a lot more ease than any native OU Pokemon. And Vanillux can set and or take advantage of Hail, depending on how you build it. And if you want to build a lower tier Mon in the higher tier, consider this little checklist. If it checks off at least one of these boxes, it might just be good enough. 1. Does it support a strategy that nothing in your tier can? 2. Does it have an ability that no Pokemon in the tier have? 3. Does it counter multiple meta-relevant Pokemon? And 4. Do you like it enough to play it even if it's not optimal on your team? Because at the end of the day, Pokemon is a game, no matter how competitive it is. Enjoy it. Play things you like, even if they're not good, but especially if they can be. Well, I hope this video has been some help to someone out here. So if you enjoyed, please be sure to leave a comment, hit that like, and of course subscribe. I'm trying to make my content fit one or two niches, so if this is one you enjoy, please speak up. I really want to know what works and what doesn't. With that said, thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.